I absolutely love watching desk setup videos. Not because I didn't like mine or that I ever changed anything, but I find them weirdly satisfying. So now that I'm actually rethinking my own space, I can't help myself but make one of my own. To be very clear, I don't want to get anybody to spend money they don't have or buy things they don't need. Both doesn't help neither you nor the environment. I'm in an extremely privileged position where I have the opportunity to build a setup like this and work in it. I have put a lot of thought into each purchase. But before showing you the new one, I want to introduce you to the space I've been working in for the past 4 years. I have a dual monitor setup driven by a Windows PC I built myself a few years ago. It runs an AMD Ryzen 2600 and a GTX 1600 OC with 6GB of VRAM. I've spent countless hours gaming and editing on it. It is crazy how much use I got out of this PC for the money I spent. But in summer I'll be leaving for university, which will force me to be able to work on the go. I also started to feel the limitations of my current machine when doing more complex editing projects and animations. All of this made me rethink the entire space. Let's start from scratch. The new centerpiece is a 14-inch M2 Pro MacBook Pro. It is portable yet powerful. Since building my PC, gaming has become less and less a priority for me, while creative ventures have taken over. The leap in performance is huge, and at the moment slightly overkill, but I have some big projects coming up that would have been impossible on my old machine. I still have to get used to the new operating system, but that should only be a temporary problem. When working at my desk, I will keep using my 27-inch 1440p 144Hz monitor. Even though I would probably choose a different one today, as the high refresh rate isn't a priority for me anymore, I really can't complain. It works great. What I will change though is my old secondary display. While the vertical mode worked great for to-do lists and reference docs, the colors are a catastrophe and the viewing angle is bad to say the least. Instead, I want to utilize the fantastic monitor of my new notebook. To get it to an appropriate height and to help with the overall clutter and chaos on my desk, I decided to get a desk shelf with an included notebook stand. It worked great the last few days, and I also enjoy that I can close the laptop down and focus on a single display when writing, for example. As Macs have a different keyboard layout and I wanted to get into the world of custom mechanical keyboards anyway, I saw this as the perfect opportunity. My old Rocket Riot MK Pro was great, but it was very huge, which didn't leave much space for the mouse, and I had to reach every time I switched between typing and using the mouse. It also rattled a lot. I found a used but almost new Keychron Q1 in blue online. As I loved the linear feel of the Jerry MX red switches in my old keyboard, I decided to go with the Gateron reds in the new one, and ordered a set of glorious links for testing. The difference is only small, but I still left them in for the main keys I use for typing. The peripheral I have the longest is my trusted Logitech G502. Despite obvious signs of usage, I absolutely see no need to get a new one. To connect all of these pieces together, I'm using a Thunderbolt 3 dock by Dell my dad had lying around. I haven't gotten the HDMI port on the back to work though, which forces me at the moment to plug the display directly into the laptop. I will look out for solutions, and if it's necessary, I will probably buy a different one as it's a key part of the setup. For sound, I use Sony's WH-1000XM4s most of the time. They sound great, the noise cancelling is fantastic, and they're just overall really practical headphones. And that's it. That's my new setup. This video will be the first one I edit in a new space. I'm excited to test everything further and maybe make some small adjustments here and there. If you have any suggestions or ideas, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.